Hey guys, WWE Elimination Chamber 2019 went down tonight, and overall it's an okay pay-per-view. I don't have too many complaints about it. And whenever you have the Elimination Chamber match featured on a pay-per-view card, it's going to be hard to complain about a pay-per-view with a match of that magnitude, a match of that spectacle that only happens once a year. So without any further ado, let's break it down. Let's go over the Elimination Chamber card and see how the show was overall as a whole. The first match on the kickoff show, Buddy Murphy defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Akira Tozawa. 205 Live really come alive ever since it was rumored that Triple H took over, and this match was no different. Buddy Murphy as dominant as ever as Cruiserweight champ. He retains the championship, and I don't see him losing it anytime in the near future. He has been built up to be such a dominant Cruiserweight that it's going to take another special kind of Cruiserweight to dethrone Buddy Murphy, and until I see that guy appear on 205 Live, I don't think he's going to lose the Cruiserweight Championship anytime soon. He gets the win over Tozawa on the kickoff show. After that, the main card started. It was the Women's Elimination Chamber match to determine the first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. It was a team of Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Carmella and Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Nia Jax and Tamina versus the Iconics versus the Riot Squad. And in the end, Bayley and Sasha Banks got the win. Not really a surprise here. They were the favorites going into this match. Everybody listed in this match, they're the two most over women involved. So it kind of made sense for them to win. I don't really know where WWE is going with the storyline. You had them about to butt heads, I think, last year. Then they made amends. And it really had kind of floating around the women's division. But maybe them as tag team champions will give them something to do, kind of build up the women's tag team division as a whole before they possibly part ways in a big blow-off match, maybe at WrestleMania. That remains to be seen. And it looks like the women's tag team championship is going to be an inter-brand title, both on Raw and SmackDown. I feel like every championship should be that way, not just exclusive to a show. So maybe they're going to test out how the women's tag team championship does as a championship on both Raw and SmackDown before integrating that effect into all the other championships, and perhaps combine the WWE and Universal Championships sometime later down the road with the impending SmackDown move to Fox looming over WWE at the moment. After that, it was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, the Usos versus the champs of Shane and Miz, and this was a fun match. The Usos surprisingly got the win here. I was stunned. I thought for sure with the news coming out about what happened over the weekend that Miz and McMahon would retain easily. That was not the case. There was some cool spots though. Shane hit his coast to coast, but then he went for another one and ate a super kick. He also flew from the turnbuckle, threw on the Usos, through an announce table, and it was actually Miz who ended up getting pinned to cost Miz and Shane O'Mac the SmackDown Tag Team Champs. So the Usos win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Not sure how long of a run with the belts it's going to be, as I said, considering what happened over the weekend. There may be more to that story as it unfolds, but for tonight at least, and going forward, the Usos are once again SmackDown Tag Team Champions. After that, it was Finn Balor taking on Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush in a 2-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship. If Balor defeated either Lashley or Lio Rush, he would win the Intercontinental Championship, and that's exactly what happened. He managed to take out both Lashley and Rush late in the match, and they were kind of building up with Lashley getting irritated by Rush throughout, and it ends up being Rush who cost Lashley his title. Rush tags himself in. As I said, Balor ended up taking out Rush and Lashley in one move. It's the coup de grace on Rush in the ring, pins him, so he is the new Intercontinental Champion. And after that, Lashley choke slammed Rush in the middle of the ring, seemingly ending their partnership. And it looked like Lashley turned face. Maybe Rush is going to be the face out of this feud, not really sure. But for the moment, it looked like Lashley was face, but that was quickly wiped away later in the night. After that, it was the Raw Women's Championship match. Ruby Riott challenging Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title, and everybody in the world knew Ruby Riott had no shot at winning this match. It was kind of a shame. She's one of the better wrestlers on the Raw roster. I feel like she could really be a star in the women's division if given the proper push. Feeding her to Ronda Rousey does not do that, and Rousey beat her easily. Charlotte was out there, and she got in the ring. Her and Rousey were talking trash, but then the crowd went nuts when the man, Becky Lynch, my favorite woman on the roster today, everybody's favorite wrestler in the world today, She was hobbled at a house show over the weekend by Charlotte. She comes out limping on crutches. You know, she's suspended, hops the barricade, gets in the ring. There are no security guards there. And she starts wailing on Charlotte with the crutches, beating the holy crap out of her with these crutches. Hands one to Rousey. It looks like Rousey's about to take a turn. But then Lynch starts beating up Rousey with the crutches. So, yeah, Lynch is just way over with the crowd right now. It's crazy that, you know, she goes from the kickoff show at last year's WrestleMania, going to be in the main event this year's WrestleMania. And, yeah, I'm happy to see that she is finally getting the push she very much so deserves. And it's looking like it's going to be a triple threat. I was really hoping it would just be Lynch versus Rousey. WWE may just have Lynch versus Charlotte with the right to challenge Rousey at WrestleMania on the line, but as of now, it looks like it's going to be a triple threat. I guess I'm fine with triple threat as long as Lynch wins. I just want to see Lynch walk out of WrestleMania with the Raw Women's Championship, and hopefully that happens. After that, it was Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman in a no disqualification match. It's had its moments. There was a funny moment when Corbin actually threw an office chair at Braun Strowman and he caught it. But in the end, it was a numbers game that got to Strowman. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, after seeing me turn face, was again a heel 15 minutes later. They all teamed up, ended up triple power bombing Strowman through 2 tables off the stairs, and that was what allowed Corbin to pin him for the win. So Baron Corbin is your winner here. Looks like Strowman might be forming a mini alliance to help combat this triple threat team of McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley, but that remains to be seen. Not really sure what they're doing with Strowman. He was like a hot act a year ago, has since fizzled out and now in a mid-card status, I guess. And not really sure what they're going to do with him. Every time it seems like they're about to pull the trigger on him as a main event, bona fide, legitimate championship guy. They pull the rug out from under him, so I guess Vince McMahon doesn't maybe not have a full belief in Strowman. But yeah, so Strowman loses to Corbin thanks to interference in their no disqualification match by McIntyre and Lashley. The last match on the card was the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. Daniel Bryan defending his title against Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Kofi Kingston. And this was the match of the night in my opinion. Very fun. A lot of cool spots. Shocker to me, Samoa Joe first eliminated, and then Jeff Hardy hit this crazy spot that led to his elimination. He had Styles laying on top of the turnbuckle on the top rope. Jeff Hardy hits a swanton bomb on Styles on the turnbuckle from the top of the pod, only to be eliminated. I think Daniel Bryan ended up hitting a running knee, and he eliminated him. Anyway, the last 2 guys in the match, Kofi Kingston and AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan, very reminiscent of Elimination Chamber 2012, when it was Santino Marella and Daniel Bryan as the final 2. And, you know, the crowd was losing their mind for Marella. They were losing their mind for Kofi Kingston. But Daniel Bryan, he was able to retain against Marella. He retained against Bryan. I mean, everybody was rooting for Kofi Kingston, but everybody also knew Daniel Bryan was going to win. But Kofi Kingston looked like $1 million. The crowd was blowing the roof off the place for him. The only pop of the night that rivaled Becky Lynch was Kofi Kingston. And he showed that, you know, despite being in WWE for 12 years or something, he could still go. He could still compete with the best of them. I'd love to see him get a World Championship run. And yeah, but that was the end of the match. Daniel Bryan ended up pinning Kofi Kingston after Kingston went for a frog splash from the top of the pod. Missed. Daniel Bryan capitalized with the Bryan knee for the pin, the 1, 2, 3. He's still your WWE eco-friendly champion at the moment. And that's all I got for you. That was Elimination Chamber 2019 in a nutshell. Fastlane's coming up in I think 3 weeks. And after that, we finally get WrestleMania 35. So there's a few more matches to build up toward WrestleMania. Be interesting to see how the rest of the pieces fall in place for WWE, as their biggest show I think is 49 days away at the time of this video. So we'll wait and see how WWE shapes WrestleMania 35. That's all I got for you. If you like this video, feel free to get a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. Give me a follow on Twitter at Cincy Fan Zone, on Instagram at Cincy Fan Zone. Links to all of that is in the description below. As always, guys, thanks for watching.